the Personnel Health and Safety Meeting, Monday, October 11th, 2025. And we'd like to start off with a roll. Mr. Ham, would you start, please?
Mandy Spicer.
Farmer.
Bill Bonner.
Evelyn Reed. And Spencer Cole. Steve Brown.
Frank Baptist.
We do have a quorum. Have you had, we need to approve the minutes for July 14th, 2025.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, next on the agenda is a safety plan approval. Oh. Yeah, I need to read this statement, I'm sorry. I affirm that I have not engaged in any prohibited discussion, deliberation, or polling regarding any item on this meeting agenda outside of a properly noticed and open meeting in compliance with Arkansas Freedom of Information Act as amended by Act 505 of 2025. Now we're going to talk about the safety plan. Ms. Mandy?
Yes.
You can take the vote.
Take the vote on this?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. We'll take the vote on that. Do I?
Is it me?
Okay.
I can't hear him.
So I'll take so we're going to take a roll call on everyone with a statement of FOIA compliance. Jeff Ham?
Yes.
Trevor Valines? Judd Hart? Jeff Morrow? Okay. Bill Donner?
Yes.
Frank Baptist?
Yes.
Evelyn Reed?
Yes.
And Spencer Cole?
Yes.
And Steve Brown?
Yes.
Thank you.
I apologize for bumbling through that, but that's the first time we've had to do this. So I hope to do better next time. Now, we're going to go to the safety plan approval. Would
Yes,
you
sir.
like to discuss that, Ms. Mandy?
Yes, so back in June, we brought a draft before you guys for everybody to see and look through. I did not have any questions from you guys, but in July, we were able to take it to the department head committee, and there were a couple of department heads that had feedback, and we have made those changes within. It's really small things like the department head and or their proxy as opposed to just the department head. But other than that, it's pretty real straightforward. This is something that David Benedict, who is in the second row right there, he is our safety coordinator, that he will be working with each of the department heads to ensure safety within their departments.
You're not right.
Is this a new position?
It is
Brand new, I mean, okay. And will they present, I know at utilities, they have a safety report every month. Will we have the exact same here, or? Okay. Okay.
And a lot of this has to do with workers' comp, so that if there's workers' comp claims and stuff, that's where it might be something if in the street department, there's a lot of falls. It might be that the safety coordinator needs to ensure that there's more training and stuff in that department.
Yes, sir.
Well, so like in the Parks Department, that department head, depending on what's the area in which that would be, it may not be the number two. Let's say the pool, that would need to be the aquatics director. So it's just really tailored. Being able to add that by proxy, it helps give them a little bit more latitude to have the subject matter experts for them.
Any further questions? Mary, you have any questions? So we're gonna bring this forward in our next meeting. I guess we need to take a vote. So, I'll take a motion to approve. I have a second.
Second.
Have a motion and second. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, thank you very much. Next thing on our agenda is ordinance allowing employees or related parties to do work for the city. That's something we have to review and renew every year. We have additional employees that will work part-time for the city, and then sometimes we lose some of them, so we need to update that. So anybody have any questions? This is something we do every year. Okay?
Approve.
Motion. Approved, motion seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We have any other business to come before the committee? We are adjourned. 6 minutes.
Mr. Brown, you ready?
Anyway, so I will call the Finance Committee meeting of August 11th to order. We have a quorum, but I'd like to recognize our attendees, starting at my far left with Alderman Ham.
Jeff Ham.
Mandy Spicer?
Tom Farmer.
Evelyn Reed. And Spencer Cole.
Frank Baptist.
All right, thank you all. Next item on the agenda is the statement of FOI compliance. The statement reads as follows: I affirm that I have not engaged in any prohibited discussion, deliberation, or polling regarding any item on this meeting's agenda outside of a properly noticed and open meeting in compliance with the Arkansas Freedom of Information Act as amended by Act 505 of 2025. So we'll need to take a roll call vote
Okay.
on this.
Alderman Baptist?
Yes.
Steve Brown?
Yes.
Ann Spencer Cole?
Yes.
Evelyn Reed?
Yes.
Bill Donner?
Yes.
Judd Park?
Yes.
Jeff Morrow?
Yes.
Trevor Blimes? Jeff Hampton?
All right, thank you all very much. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the July 14th, 2025 meeting.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor of approval say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Next item on the agenda is our friends from Benton Utilities.
Putting some pressure on there with 6 minutes. I'll keep it quick. For June, our revenues over expenses were $342,000. You can, compared to our budget, our actual and budget revenues are almost exactly, so we did get there. Our actual expenses are about almost 6% under what we budgeted at this point, so that's going well too. Page 2, again, that's our capital projects. You can see by the month. For June, we spent $816,000. Year to date, we spent $3.5 million. There's a handful of these that won't be complete at the end of the year, and some of them will roll over into the next year. Also, we're going to reallocate some of those funds to other projects that we can get completed this year. And if you need a list of those, I can give those to you, the ones that we will not complete. Then page 4, 5, and 6, that's the statistics for each utility, what we build, and the number of accounts. It will be the same as last month, just calculated it today.
Y'all got, yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Have y'all got any pushback or any feedback at all on, or just questions in general at this point?
We have not,
That's great.
not one call on it.
Have you, related to your construction projects or just the cost of goods, have y'all seen any impact from any of the tariffs at this point?
I don't think so, as far as price, but, availability of some items. I think some of the pumps we have are large, and do they come from overseas?
But nothing significant yet, other than availability.
Not right now.
I was just curious. Any other questions from the panel? Alderman Blind?
All of the tie-ins are done. They finished them Friday evening was the last tie-in. They are finishing up cleanup, and they're gonna have to go back and still isolate the transform, goodness gracious, wrong commodity. The fire hydrants, pull the old ones, and then start doing overlaying, and I say overlaying, patching of the areas that were dug. But it is completely finished. So they have not gotten a final bill yet, because again, it was just finished Friday.
Any other questions? Anything else, gentlemen?
I know he spoke about the audit last
My
last
apologies.
month.
Yep.
I thought I had given the copies or had sent them over, but I hadn't. So they're in front of you. If you have any questions on it, please let me know. I don't know exactly what he said last month, but two things I want to point out. Page 5, it's our opinion. We had an unqualified opinion, which is good. That's what you want. That's in the second paragraph there, that the financial statements are presented fairly. And then the big thing that I want to point out on page 21, where it shows each department. Excuse me. It shows the net income or loss, and if you see 2024 light department, it had net income of 5.3 million, the water department of 1.3 million, and the wastewater of 300,000. I went back and looked as far as I could in all the audits, and that has not happened for all three departments.
Good deal. Any other questions? Gentlemen, anything else you want to point out? Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda, we do this from time to time, as a discussion on a renewal of the CDs that we've had. In your package, you've got that looks like this. You have a scenario of different options that we have available to us. If you guys will remember, these are CDs from funds that we've been accumulating over time for various projects. We still have an opportunity to reinvest those and get a nice return on those. So take a look at your packets and then ask Ms. Meister any questions you may have, and or express any recommendations you may have.
Thanks. And we received 7 responses back. There are only 3 that we are going to renew. There were 4 that were expiring. There's 3 that we're going to renew. And our recommendation is to do them all with Bank G, because that's the highest rate for the 12-month term. Bank G, yes. That's the last one.
Questions, comments?
Are we allocating the same amount, or adding that one?
We're not adding any, we're just,
We're going from 3 to, or 4 to 3?
correct.
Is the money from 4 going into the other 3, or is that going somewhere else?
No, it's for the animal services build, and because we're in the thick of paying that off, we need that money to finish out.
Okay.
Because our plan is that the animal services building will be finished building within the next 6 months, so we'll need that money to be able to pay off.
Are we rolling over our earnings from each of these, or are we utilizing?
That's a great question. Each one of them, as they are, we keep them completely separate so that we'll know, like the animal services CD earns X number of interest per month, and we roll that back into that CD each time. So that we know for that project, whether it's a street project, street improvement project, or animal services, or even, we've got some public safety out there as well. Those go directly back to that project instead of muddling them all together.
Okay, so these are
We keep
round
them
numbers?
separate.
These are round numbers, not what we've earned added in numbers?
Correct. They're
Gotcha.
completely round numbers. We take the interest and we put back into the checking,
Into the operating account?
in the
Okay,
operating.
all right, good
yes.
deal. All right, thank you. Any other questions? Not entertain a motion to follow the recommendation of Bank G. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is the fire training site preparation RFP choice. In July, we put out formal bid for the specification for site preparation for our new fire training facility. February of this year, the council approved the contract with Lone Star Tactical Buildings for the construction of the new fire training facility. The bid opening was scheduled for Friday the 8th. Chief Evans' recommendation is to award the contract to Barker Excavation in the amount of $45,000. Chief, you want to just describe it a little bit for us?
Yes, this is going to be the engineering site work, so getting elevations correct on the site and also pouring the slab of which the fire training structure will set on. So it's been an engineered project from start to finish. There's no undercut or anything like that. So fortunately, we've come in at about a number that I figured we'd be at. So
Great.
I'm kind of pleased with it.
Absolutely. Questions, comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve. Motion approved. Second. Motion in several seconds. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Next thing, Chief Hodges, is a police pass-through lockers RFP choice. In July, we put out for formal bid specifications for police pass-through lockers that will be installed in the PD renovations at 114 Southeast Street. The bid opening was scheduled for the 8th. Chief Hodges recommends we award the contract to AADS Office Solutions in the amount not to exceed $55,000. Chief, you got anything you want to add to that? Any description or anything of what exactly we're buying? Questions, comments? I see the lowest bid was 47.6. Is there a reason we're doing the 55 instead of the exact amount?
Yes, the tax was not included in there, so we wanted to go ahead and add the tax too.
Just the not to exceed amount?
Chief,
This one's from Texas.
did you say earlier, mention how many lockers are going to buy? So basically, these are just larger than what you currently use. Okay.
Just a major upgrade, it sounds like. Any other comments or questions? Not entertain a motion to approve. There's a motion, a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Chief. Next item on the agenda, it's Monday, real bad, is the River Center membership pricing revision. If you'll remember at last month's Parks Committee, approved a pricing revision to the River Center membership plan. There was a slight error and the ordinance needs to be revised to correct the error. Ms. Spicer, do you want to, or?
Sure. There was just a slight little typo in there. And so what you have in your agenda packet is a copy of the resolution again, or the ordinance again, and then you've got a copy of the revised structure.
All right, any comments or questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve. Motion and second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, next thing on the agenda is the acceptance of some grants, which we always like to do. Metro Plan awarded the Parks Department $421,600 towards trail construction of the Benton Saline River Greenway Phase 2 project through the Environmental Protection Agency Climate Pollution Reduction Grant. Legislation is required to accept the grant, and you have a resolution there in front of you to review. Is there any other items that we need? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Give us money, yes, we will take it. Any comments or questions? Not entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Finally, tonight, street overlay project and budget amendment. Benton Utilities utilized a portion of the ARPA grant funds from the city to address the downtown water upgrade. This project wrap, which is now completed, has aligned perfectly with our asphalt vendor Cranford Construction to come through and overlay the streets. Each year, Saline County and the city jointly bid out asphalt construction for the next year. We would like to utilize this formal bid process as the procurement method for this agreement. Y'all want to talk about that?
So moved.
That's fine.
Let's get a little more descriptive over what we're moving on first. If you don't mind, Alderman Ham.
John can probably go
Welcome
into
back from your
better detail.
vacation, by the way. Sorry to bother you last week.
Is this a reallocation of funds from other projects, and did it delay any other projects, or?
No. It's just using cash on hand. Street improvement. Procurement. Mhm. Formal bid.
Any other comments or questions? If not, Alderman Ham, I'll re-entertain your motion.
So moved.
Is there a second? Is there a second? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. And finally tonight, the July 2025 financials. Ms. Spicer.
Yes, sir, thank you. If you'll look in your books, you can see we've started a brand new quarter. This is the beginning of the third quarter. In the left-hand flap, you'll see sales and use tax collections for the month of July. In July of 25 over 24 was a 3.28% increase. Year-to-date, we are 0.34% down. That's pretty close. We are hoping that once we get August numbers, that gets us well above that percent. If you'll look in the rest of your booklet, you'll see general fund. For the month, we were $138,512.25 in the red. Great reason why. We processed a payment of roughly $500,000 for the animal services build. And of course, that's as it was budgeted to come out of cash. It wasn't a new revenue, it comes out of cash, that's why it ends up being a negative number, but for year-to-date, we are still $565,556.16 in the black. And then if you'll keep traveling down, you'll notice that the less restricted accounts, that's where, that animal money is saved at. So still available unrestricted account balance is $4,324,939.91. In the financial stability fund account, there's 1.6 million. Other than the animal services project, there was nothing else greatly out of sight that was unbudgeted. But if you have any questions on the financials, please let me know.
More of the animal control than we have.
The open date for both the police renovations and the animal site is December 19th. Correct, we've not heard back on it. The deadline to submit it was July 30th, I believe. So it's only been out less than 2 weeks.
How much is that grant?
We'll see how much it would be possibly when it comes back. We're not sure what they would, well, it's a little bit of a different structure, but we're hoping it would be an 80/20. Anything else?
Any other questions or comments? Spicer, anything else to add? All right, anything else to be brought before this committee? Not, I'll call it adjourned.
One more thing. In August, it is a 3 payroll month. So August is gonna be a heavy hitting month as far as expenditures, but again, that's the way that it was budgeted.
Okay, anything else? All right, I'll call this meeting adjourned.
We're calling our commissions meeting. And we're fixing to call starting with our left with Mr. Ham. Calling our meeting to order for our commissions meeting. I'm gonna start with my left with Mr. Ham. We're calling our committee meeting to order, starting with our left with Mr. Ham.
Jeff Ham.
Godhard.
Toby Hirschauer.
Bill Baldwin.
Evelyn Reed.
Steve Brown.
Frank Baptist.
Thank you. Next, now we have the recognition of our attendees. Next, we're gonna have our statement of our FOIA of compliance.
I affirm that I have not engaged in any prohibited discussion, deliberation, or polling regarding any item on this meeting's agenda outside of a properly noticed and open meeting in compliance with the Arkansas Freedom of Information Act as amended by Act 505 of 2025. Jeff Ham,
Yes.
Trevor Blinds,
Yes.
Judd Hart,
Yes.
Jeff Morrow, Bill Donner,
Yes.
Evelyn Reed,
Yes.
Ann Spencer Cole,
Yes,
Steve Brown,
Yes.
Frank Baptist.
Yes.
thank you. Next, we have our approval of our minutes of our July 2025 minutes. Minutes approved, thank you. All in favor? Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next on our agenda is our information from our ANP. Councilmember Brown.
We're in the process of going out to bid for the dirt work on the RV park at exit 114. That's the next big agenda item, that we have, that, will be going out. Ms. Fletcher, do you know the date on that? But in the very, very near future, but we hopefully will be able to utilize,
I believe it's being issued tomorrow. We didn't quite get it out tonight. And I think that the deadline was the 29th.
yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking end of the month.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the second time we've actually bid it out. The first time the bids came in, way over what we originally expected. We've, revised the request and sent it out again, hoping to utilize a lot of the dirt from the, property that we own over behind the fire station by the two new schools. So hopefully that'll reduce our costs significantly and get it back in line with the budget that we had anticipated.
On this one, we're issuing it as an RFQ, a request for qualifications. We put inside of the bid specs that there's a maximum of $4 million is what we have to spend on this project. And we included the site plan, all the preparation guidelines that there has to, all the technical specs that's included in it. And so that will be located on our website. We had a couple of modifications that we had to make at the very, very last minute, and it didn't quite make it there by 5 o'clock. So it'll be up on our website first thing in the morning.
That's all I have.
Any further discussion? Yes, sir.
Do we know how high that's gonna be raised, or will it raise all of it, or will we still, I mean, I know it's all up in the air.
Occupancy rolls, so the average height will raise 7 feet.
I can get you a copy of that RFQ with all of the technical specifications before we leave.
Shoot.
Sure.
Thanks.
Is there any further discussion? Next on our agenda is information from the PNC. This is an ordinance to rezone 709 Yuma from R2 to C3. This is the property off of Edison, and this is the property that is gonna be Dyer and Mary property. And from my understanding, this is gonna be property where it's gonna be a plumbing company. And it did pass the PNC. And there were some family members there that were against it. And that's about all I know. Unless Mr. Bruce have any other comments that he wants to make. That's spelled out. It did pass planning and zoning out by 7 members, but it's gonna be a plumbing company there, right, on the. Is this the same property that came? It did come up before, this property.
Yeah, this is the one is this the one that also faces Edison that we tried to rezone in the community in the back? So it's this is that property just being looked at, I guess, for another, does anybody remember what the one before was? I'm trying to remember, because it was turned down by us, I believe.
Yes, sir.
It was, they were concerned about it being commercial and the traffic and everything for the housing back there.
And I assume then that's,
Okay.
I know previously, they failed because they did not know what was going in the lot. This time, they did say that it's this plumbing company, and they have about 15, maybe 20 employees at the most, and they're out of there by 3:30, 4 o'clock at the latest every day. So. Yes.
side of the street to fire station and
Dollar
Dollar
General.
General, so
Yeah.
it's business there. Yeah.
Any further discussion?
So the family did come.
Family was there. That is correct. They were against it. Several. Any further discussion? Okay. Next is an ordinance for conditional use for a multifamily at parcel number 805-117-17001. This is a property that is off of Sevier Street at Raspberry Street and Sevier Street. This is behind Brett Weiser, right off of South Street. And they want to put, houses there behind, like duplex, excuse me, I'm sorry, duplex. And he said like a 1-story off of that property, right there at Raspberry Street.
Attached to, they've got several,
He didn't say, did he say, I don't remember him saying how many, but there is, he didn't say how many.
Looking at the map, it looked like it's got several.
There's several, but I don't remember a number.
it's attached to Raspberry Oak, several houses.
Several houses, but I don't remember how many. It does look nice, but it did pass planning and zoning. It passed that. Any questions from the council? One written. Any questions? Call this meeting
Did
adjourned.
anybody,
I'm sorry.
did anybody show up?
Nobody talked against this. Nothing else to discuss. I call this meeting adjourned.